Hello, everybody. I am DJ Leandro. Welcome back to the DJ Leandro Music YouTube channel, and welcome back to another Cubase as well as a production guide. In this video, we're going to be talking about one of the most creative and useful effects in music production, and that is delay. Whether you're looking to add some form of depth to your vocals or create rhythmic patterns or add some space to any instruments within your productions, using delay like a pro can seriously help level up your tracks. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how to use delay effectively, avoid some common mistakes, and apply creative techniques that can make your music stand out. Okay, so let's get started. First off, what exactly is delay? As the name implies, it is actually an echo effect, delaying a sound to come back later. It takes your original sound and repeats it over time, creating space and movement within your mix. The time between those repeats, that is called delay time, and how many repeats that you hear, this is called feedback. And these are two of the most important controls with regards to adding delay plugin onto your tracks. Okay, so as an example, I have a drum fill here. So let's have a listen to it as a dry signal. Okay, now we're going to add a delay. We do have a few options within Cubase with regards to delays. We're going to just stick to the standard one, which is the stereo delay. And this is our delay. So let's have a listen now that I've added a delay to this drum fill. Here we go. Now you've noticed the actual delay once the signal had been done processing, that there was a delay after it had been played. Okay, now this creates some form of depth and rhythm. Okay, so let's look at the different types of delays that we get. What we've got here, there's a stereo delay, which is known as a simple delay. It's clean, it's got a simple echo to it, and it's perfect for any instrument or vocal that you want to use. Another delay that we have is called a ping pong delay, which we'll find now from Cubase. If you go to your plugins and you search, you type in delay, and then you'll find ping pong delay. Okay, now that I've added the ping pong delay, let's have a listen to what this sounds like. Now, as you've noticed, it is now bouncing or echoing left and right. That is the ping pong doing its work. This alternates the echoes between left and right channels, again, adding even more movement and more width to your track. Then we've got another one, which is called a tape delay, where this emulates a vintage sound from vintage tape machines, adding a little bit more of warmth and character. Again, Cubase has this as well, which you can find here, which is the multi-tap delay. This is the one that we have here, and you'll find here are the options here, where it's got digital vintage and tape delay. So if we want for a tape delay, which we'll do now, okay, I've added this. Let's have a listen now to the same drum fill. Okay. And then another option that we have with regards to delays is called a multi-tap delay. This creates complex rhythmic patterns by generating multiple echoes. So again, we're going to go here to where it says custom or digital modern, totally up to you. Let's just do custom for this example, and let's have a listen now to this. There we go. So that is another example of a type of delay. With regards to these delays that I've used as examples, feel free to choose any one that you like that will suit the vibe of your track. For argument's sake, for vocals, you can add a ping pong delay to add some depth, while for, let's say, guitars, you can add a tape delay, which often works quite well with that. Okay, so With regards to delay, I'm going to go back to our original delay that we had, our classic one, which is our stereo delay. And then this is what you are greeted with. Majority of all delays will have these options here. So let's go through each of them. Okay. Now, with regards to delay 1 and delay 2, you'll find underneath, you'll see where it says 1-to-1. This is the actual delay time with regards to how much you want it to delay. So, for argument's sake, if I'm going to make this, let's say 1/8, we're going to make them both 1/8. Let's have a listen now to our delay on our drum fill. And then let's make it quarter notes. Okay, so now you can hear that as we change this with regards to the note timings, we will get more of a different delay with regards to that. Then our next option that we usually get is called feedback. That means how loud do you want the echo to be? So let's say we're going to make this, I'll drop it low to make it more exaggerated so we can get a good feeling. Let's say we'll make it 23%. Let's have a listen now. Can you hear that this time when we dropped the volume of the feedback, the volume was much lower of the echo? Then, as you can see here, we have our pan options. Our first delay one here is all the way to the left, and our second one is all the way to the right. So this you can change accordingly as we've done before. So let's say if I push delay 1 and delay 2 all the way on the right. Let's have a listen to this now. I'll just bring back the feedback as well so we can have a listen. See, now I've only made them pan to one side. And then another options that we usually have is EQ. So here we can do a low pass filter or a high pass filter. So our echo will be EQ'd according to how we want, or we can just turn it off here, as you can see. So again, let's exaggerate some examples here. We're going to just drop this like that, and let's have a listen now to the echo. Now, as you can hear, because we did a bit of EQ, the actual delay sound that is coming back has now been EQ'd and it's different and has changed. Okay, so these are usually the options that you're going to be greeted with regards to your delay. I'm going to open up another example, which is my personal favorite delay, which is Replica from Native Instruments. And as you can see, again, we've got also more or less the same options. We've got for our feedback, we've got low and high cut filter. And then here is our options for our timing. We've got 164, 132, 1/8, and quarter notes, and so on and so forth. And then as well with our modulation, we've got different options here. So as you can see, majority of all the delays have all got the same options. Okay, so now I'm going to go through a couple tricks that you can do with regards to your delay. Okay, one thing that you can do is we can actually automate the delay, very similar to how we've done in the past with previous examples that I've used. What we can do is, again, we're going to open up here. We'll click here. We'll then go to more. We'll then find our insert. Let's say we'll make our replica is going to be our option. And then let's say we're going to make the feedback. We're going to automate that. Click R for reading automation. And then what we're going to do is we'll just draw in here some options. And let's have a listen now. Let me just activate this. Replica is on. So let's have a listen now. Let's have a listen one more time. See, now you can do this with any options that you've got. You can also create some rhythm to your tracks and so on and so forth with regards to automation. And then another thing that we can do as well is that we can sidechain our delay. So in this case, I have a vocal. So we're going to listen to the dry signal of our vocal. Okay, now to order to sidechain this, very simple. We're going to right click. We'll add an effect track. And we're going to add our delay. In this case, we're going to make it replica. We're going to call this delay FX. Here we have our delay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to route this into our vocal. So we'll then go to our vocal. We'll go to our sends here. We'll find our delay effects. We're going to turn this on, keep it at 100%. And then what we'll do is we will then, now that we've added the delay effects channel as a send effect, we will then go to our delay effects. We're going to add a compressor. And then we are going to sidechain this with our vocal. So we'll activate sidechain. We'll then add sidechain source, which is our vocal. Okay. And then now let's go back to our compressor. We'll then change a couple of the settings over here. We'll make it a quick attack and a little bit of a quick release. And now let's have a listen to our vocal. Now what we can do is we can make this more drastic. We can actually drop the threshold more. So let's have a listen now. So yeah, very cool, very quick example how we can actually sidechain our delay effects by using obviously a vocal in this specific case. And yeah, and that's it. As you can see, these are some cool examples that you could use within your tracks. And now I'm sure you've got a much better understanding of how to use delay properly within your tracks. And I hope this is going to help you much, much more. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll catch you at the next one.